Mr. Chairman, members, my name is Eric Lipman of Utility Reform Now, and grateful for the members' time. With respect to House File 3674, and it's being re-referred to energy, is that the motion?
Yes, sir.
That is correct, Mr. Lipman.
Okay. It relates, while it is relating to the utility markets, certainly, it's in this bill because House File 3674 would redeploy, remove the mandate for, and allow for the immediate redeployment of the state's very best forensic audit team and make them available to go after $9 billion worth of Medicaid fraud. $9 billion worth of Medicaid fraud. As the handouts suggests, the government's own documents show 4 things about utility regulation. There are a lot of resources spent by 4 different state agencies to supervise, in this particular case, this is Xcel Energy, a single company. Many of the members here represent areas in the metro area that are served by natural gas service, by Xcel Energy. And so let's look at the regulatory fees that we're paying for those proceedings. The department, the commission, the Office of the Attorney General, the Court of Administrative Hearings, all of whom, all 4 agencies, are served either by assistant attorney generals or receive a delegation of authority for their lawyers. In the case of the Court of Administrative Hearings, where I worked for 19 years, they serve under a delegation from the Attorney General. So there's lots of roles for the Attorney General, but those processes and the doubling up that we're doing, tripling up, quadrupling up, is very expensive to your constituents. If they're Xcel Energy customers, by way of examples, but it happens with all 9 rate-regulated utilities, the current charges that Xcel is setting aside in this current rate case now pending is $3.5 million. A procedure that the Public Utilities Commission voted for. When they sent this for a notice and order for hearing, they're guaranteeing $1 million in government official expenses, that's in the regulatory fees, and another $2.5 million that Xcel and their lawyers in the hearing process is going to add on to their bill, onto the bills of your constituents, really for something that is pretty simple. The question in that case is whether this table of 48 numbers is reasonable, and they're going to charge the poorest people in your district on a per-therm basis $3.5 million to tell us whether this table of 48 numbers is reasonable or not. I think it's a scandal. I think it's a scandal. It's not a very complicated question. Moreover, I guess I would invite members, to the extent that you have a pencil or a pen handy, maybe you can guess, and I'll give you a hint, it's a number between 1 and 50, how many attorneys and analysts that are not associated with Xcel Energy are combing through Xcel Energy's financial information, all of which is posted on the internet for everyone all across the globe to be able to access. I got these documents from the internet. I'm not a government official. I'm not an insider at Xcel, but I get these documents just like anybody could get them. So I would ask members to maybe just play a little game with me, guess how many government attorneys and NGO attorneys and analysts are looking over the financial information. If you guessed 49, you're correct, 49. And the radical, I don't think so radical, proposition of 3674 is, can we take 7 of those folks and put them on to trying to claw back the $9 billion in Medicaid fraud that's gone out the door? This committee has a 0 target. I think you might have a larger than a 0 target if we didn't lose $9 billion. I think your constituents want to get the $9 billion back. That's really super important. And how do I know that? Well, Governor Walz in Executive Order 2510 says this: we must ensure that agencies, and last I checked, the Attorney General's office was an agency, must have the ability to make necessary changes to stop fraud and to organize across the enterprise effectively to root out fraud and to have all possible tools to refer criminal behavior for future prosecution. And in fact, I'm delighted that Ms. Hinderly of the RUD is here. She leads the best forensic team in state government. She's not needed to be a fourth chair, and that's what she is, a fourth chair, on looking over Excel's financials. In the Excel energy rate case, there are, of the 49, there are 16 officials from the Department of Commerce, 7 from the Attorney General's Office, RUD, 5 from the Citizens Utility Board, 5 from the Suburban Rate Authority, 15 from the Public Utilities Commission.
Mr. Lippman, about 30 seconds.
And 1. And so I think we should make the best fraud team in the state. And folks are going to ask you at the door, hey, can we get any of the $9 billion back? I don't want you to have to answer, no, I'm sorry. They're busy being the fourth chair in a team of 49 doing something else. This is our state's most important priority. The governor says so. Judge O'Malley and our fraud czar said so. It's time in this committee for you folks to say, we're going to send the Green Berets to get the money back. That's what we need to do. Thank you, Mr. Chairman, members.
Representative Kresha, anything else?
No.
Okay, very good.